Imagine being called the next successor and managing to do pull-ups like All Might. Then, some random boss spawns in and he gets you tweaking like this. What's good, my fellow thug bags? Welcome back to another thuggy video. I was exploring YouTube, seeing the same generic Mr. Beast drama until I spotted this video of Myhero Academia. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like Myhero Academia, especially after the many controversial dramas behind the entire show. But goddamn, this whole show is fire. Like, how do they go from Deku being the cringiest Spider-Man ripoff ever to this? This is on another level of character development. But before we get into the heat, make sure to subscribe and download. Yes, download your free gaming lag killer. So the story starts off with the narrator basically telling us the story of what's going on. The prisoners are being locked up due to some criminal activities that I don't need to speak of. It's kind of like Gotham City, but a lot worse. After introducing the ADHD flashbacks of the former episodes, we transition to the next scene, and goddamn, is that all for one? And he's young now? Wasn't he always bald and had no eyes? How did he pull that Frieza transition and go back to his younger version? He also got a lot stronger, but let's ignore that for the next video. Then we time cut to Deku, swinging around like Spider-Man alongside the National Army. They have some motivational speech basically saying, "Go Deku, save our world, and maybe buy a Bugatti along the way." And then Deku's like, "All right, bro." So he uses the ships as swinging anchors, and he gets that supersonic speed boost to go save the day. But like every heroic bedtime story, the heroes always have to come late for more dramatic effect. But anyway, while Deku is on his way, trying to reach the fight base, this happens. Like, I don't understand how we go from Spider-Man trying to save the entire world from a shape-shifting villain and his sidekick to this. This hero is posing like it's his job to save the world, but somehow it actually works. Maybe the writers used to watch Naruto because the same harem trick that worked on Byakuya worked on this villain. And for a brief moment, Deku spawns, punching the villain like he killed his best friend. But wait, he did. And not only did he kill his best friend, he one-shotted the entire squad with no effort. I don't know how the writers are cooking this villain plot armor, but this shit is wild, dog. I've never seen a villain just cook the entire squad, break the side character's spirit, and then pose to do some speech. Like this is some Aizen-level flop. But then Deku gets frustrated with all the homies down on the ground, so he straight up goes into Super Saiyan mode, possibly planning to go Berserk mode on the villain. But nah. While Deku was charging for his final attack, the villain had already planned this. In his mind, he was just waiting for this moment. But what the villain didn't expect was the power of friendship. While Deku was in his charge mode, his tweaker homie jumps in and tells him, "Bro, Goku solo Saitama and you should subscribe." Nah, I'm joking. He just says that Deku shouldn't let anger into his heart and should actually control it to use against the main villain. So then Deku taps back into his former self, ready to jump the villain. But before they do that, they stand there for the heroic flashbacks. Like every anime character, they need that ADHD flashback to beat the villain. So they plot their next moves. The villain just says, "Screw it," and straight up jumps Deku. And his homie goes like, "Nah, bro, I'm out of here," and just dips, leaving Deku to solo fight the villain. Honestly, if I were in his homie's place, I would have dipped too. Like, if I were a hero, I'd probably just do it for the money. I'm not about all that heroic action. So after the villain jumps Deku with his giant Gear 3 Luffy hand, Deku grabs him with his chains, trying to slam him into the ground. The villain just shrugs it off like nothing happened, thinking this is all Deku has. But nah, Deku's got that dog in him. He spawns his stand, flash steps into the villain, and gives him the Jogo treatment. But Deku wasn't done there. He had to finish the job, so he taps into all his extra stands, gathering all his willpower and energy into one single punch. But as you guys know, the writers can't end the show yet, so they have to keep the villain's plot armor on. After Deku beats the crap out of the villain just goes into another transformation. Probably a lot worse than what we've seen in this video. So anyways, don't forget to subscribe and let me know if I should cover more things in my upcoming videos.